What is up, new and aspiring real estate investors? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to scale from 1 to 5 rental properties, so be sure to stick around. Buying your first rental property is awesome. It's actually like I remember when I bought my first one, I was like, wow, this is cool. I want to do this again and again and again. But real freedom comes when you scale. If you want to grow from 1 property to 5 properties, this video is definitely going to give you the game plan to get there faster and smarter than most investors ever will. So the first thing you really want to do is you want to dial in the numbers of your first property. You got to know these numbers, guys and gals. So be sure you know your monthly cash flow, your equity position, your ROI, track all of the income and expenses, set the foundation for scaling. You want to use this deal as the blueprint for your future purchases. This first deal will get you started, and it's very easy when you're starting out on the first deal to just kind of fly by the seat of your pants. But it's important that you really want to build out systems and processes and, build out a scalable financing strategy. You can talk to multiple lenders about financing multiple properties. You can use DSCR loans, portfolio lenders. You can work with local banks willing to work with investors. You really want to know how your debt to income and your credit will impact future loans. So this is something that you need to be thinking about. If you're going to be scaling, you need to be thinking about this, really that first property, as you're building those relationships. You also want to consider using cash flow and equity to fund your next deal. So save the cash flow from property number 1 so that you can reinvest it. Now, if this is what you want to do to grow, now some people are in a situation where they need that cash flow. It stifles your growth if you're going to take all of that cash flow and not reinvest it. So you can do that. You can reinvest. You can actually refinance and pull out equity via a cash out refi or HELOC. I've got a series of videos. If you haven't yet, check it out on this channel. It's a complete series of how to master the BRRRR strategy. So you can use that BRRRR method to recycle your capital over and over and scale faster. So definitely, if you haven't watched that, be sure to check that out on the channel. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below. But get clear on your buying criteria as well. You really want to define your ideal market, your property type, your cash flow targets, and you want to stick to those numbers. It's so easy to get emotional, to get fired up, to get really into a property, and you've got someone that's willing to sell it to you at somewhat of a discount, and you're kind of trying to stretch the numbers to make it work. You gotta stick to your numbers and not get emotional. And this will help you if you define your buying criteria. This will really help you to say no quickly and scale efficiently, because if you're having to just struggle over every single property that you look at, it really causes you to get decision fatigue, and that really will slow down your ability to scale. The next few points I'm going to talk about are going to show you exactly how to find, finance, and manage your properties without losing your mind, because I'm telling you, this stuff can make you want to go crazy having to try to manage all these properties. Think about it. If you've got value so far, imagine having 5 rentals working for you 24/7. How awesome is that? Now imagine, you're not losing your mind trying to manage all that. The next few points I'm going to show you will help you exactly understand how to find, finance, and manage the properties, again, without losing your mind or having to spend too much time in them. So be sure to stick around for these next few. And also, I'll ask, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out free content every single week, and I hope you find value in that. So be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications and like this video while you're at it. All right, build a repeatable deal finding system. What does that mean? Set up MLS alerts and use off-market tools like PropStream. So you can actually build a relationship with a real estate agent, and they can send you alerts on properties that sort of fit your criteria off the MLS. You can also look at these off-market tools like I mentioned, PropStream, which I have a 7-day free trial. I'll put that link in the description below. You can use that to basically target deals that fit your criteria. You can actually set your criteria, how many beds, how many baths, what size, how old, all those things. And so you can do that. You can network with wholesalers, agents, and other investors. You can make deal analysis just become second nature so that you can move fast. you have to get really good at analyzing deals and moving quickly. You can't spend 45 minutes to an hour on every single property. You've got to get good at it. You've got to be able to scan a deal and kind of quickly eliminate it if it's not a good fit. And so again, having that buying criteria and using some of these software, using some of the software that I've mentioned, or leveraging real estate agents can really help you with that. You want to create a property management system. So even if you're self-managing your property, so you can use different types of tools. I like Turbo Tenant personally. We manage our properties in-house, but you want to have standardized lease agreements, standardized screenings, maintenance process. Eventually you may want to outsource or hire a manager to scale so you don't burn out. I will tell you, one of the quickest ways to burn out when it comes to rentals is dealing with tenants and maintenance issues. It sometimes drives me freaking crazy. But we manage in-house. I've got a great team that I work with, and so we're able to kind of do it. But if you're on your own and you start getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 properties, you can start to kind of lose your mind a little bit. So you want to make sure you've really got your property management system dialed in. The next thing I'll advise is, and this is going to sound kind of counterintuitive, but avoid the trap of growing too fast. Don't sacrifice quality for quantity. Each property needs to do some basic things, like, for example, cash flow. You want to have a property that cash flows. You want to keep reserves. It's a good idea to have at least 3 to 6 months of reserves per property. And that sounds pretty extreme, but when things happen, HVAC units go out, trees fall on houses, all these crazy things that happen, you really want to make sure that you have reserves. You want to vet each deal as if it's your very first. You've got to stay disciplined. When you start growing, it's easy to kind of get fast and loose, and you don't want to do that. You want to really keep discipline, have your systems and processes in place, and as you grow, make sure you continue to optimize your systems and processes. I can tell you that is something, even to this day, I am still constantly trying to optimize my systems and processes. Also, I would recommend having sort of a roadmap, a scaling roadmap, so you can set targets. I want to have 1 new rental every 6 months, or I want to have 5 doors by next year. I love doing this and then working backwards. So I'll have a goal, it'll either be a revenue or a profit or a number of doors or whatever, and I'll say, okay, I want to do this, and then you have to put a timeline on it. You can't just say I want to do this. You can't say I want to have 100 rentals. You got to give it a timeline, and then you say, okay, I'm going to work backwards now. I'm going to have 100 rentals or 5 rentals by this date, and this is exactly how I'm going to do it. So you work backwards and you give yourself these little chunks, like I said, 1 rental every 6 months or whatever. You can monitor your progress monthly. You can track cash flow, equity, net worth, all of those things. You just want to be sure you keep learning, you keep networking, and you keep adjusting. It's going to be a different thing. Different things are going to happen. It's not like a straight line journey. It's an all over the place journey. So, keep in mind you're building a portfolio, not just a collection of properties. So I hope this has been helpful. Like I said, if you haven't, be sure to check out. I have a private community. I'll put the link in the description below. And if you haven't, like I said, subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out content every single week. I really want to help inspire people to invest in real estate and have success. So if you have not done that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.